I would be happy to elaborate on your doubts about rooftop solar power systems. Here are a few answers clarifying some common misconceptions. Hello, I am Srinivas from Dolphin Coverage Solutions, and in this video, I will take you through various scenarios like the types of electrical appliances reliable on solar power systems, types of solar power systems or solar power plants. Can two floors or two dwelling units or two apartments, can they be connected under one rooftop solar power system? And optimum utilization of excess power generated. These are the various misconceptions, and let me elaborate you on each point. First things first, the loads and appliances. For an off-grid rooftop solar power system, it can power wide variety of loads and appliances in a home. The type, duration, and the number of appliances you can run depend on the system's capacity, which is measured in kilowatts, and the amount of sunlight available, and which is charging the batteries which are connected to the rooftop solar power system. In this, it is called off-grid solar power system. Now, briefly coming to the on-grid rooftop solar power systems, which is also known as PM Suryaghar. Under that scheme, you get subsidy of 78,000 rupees, provided they are under the DCR manufactured solar power systems, solar panels for that matter. The type and number of appliances are unlimited. You can use whatever appliances you want to connect. However, to save the expenses on the existing power bills, a proper audit is done to generate the capacity, which is measured in kilowatts, and the amount of sunlight available, and accordingly, a solar power plant is designed in the available space. For an on-grid rooftop solar power system, you can use it to power virtually all the regular home appliances, including lights like LED, CFL, tube lights, or any lighting system, fans and air conditioners, refrigerators, washing machines, television sets, computers, water heaters, pumps, electric vehicles, or EV charging stations. All these things can be connected irrespective of the type of loads. Even an iron box can be connected, a washing machine, even the pump which takes more power. All this can be connected. These solar panels generate electricity during the day, which is then used by the appliances. If the system generates more power than you are using, the excess is sent to the grid. Grid in the sense it is the lines, the power lines you're getting from the APSCB, that is called grid. If you need more power than the solar panels, than the generating, for example at night or on a cloudy day, you require more power. But as there is no sun, you simply draw electricity from the grid. One system for two floors or two units or two houses. If you have a rooftop solar power system, you want to connect it for the first floor and second floor. Yes, it is possible, provided they are on the same current meter or the power meter. It should have a single power meter, then it can be connected to both the dwelling units. Or if it is not so, you have to surrender one of the power meter which is supplied by the APSCB and connect the first floor or the second floor to the first system, where you can share the power for the first floor as well as second floor. Most of the cases what happen, the owner stays in the second floor and there is a common power system for the watchman, lighting, lift, pump, and common CCTV. As the power bill is less for both, they can integrate for the single unit. Only this is an additional job. Once the rooftop is installed, you can connect to the common system as well. You'll have to shut down the second power meter which is connected, or you can surrender it to the Department of Electricity. This is a suitable solution. However, if the two floors have the separate electricity meters, this is what I am saying, you need to install two separate solar power plants, one for each meter. Each system would then be linked to its respective meter and have its own net metering arrangement, handling the excess power generation. When your solar power system generates more electricity than you are consuming, the excess energy produced is automatically exported to the grid. This is managed through a process called net metering. When the solar power plant is installed on your rooftop, the Government of India through the APSCB, they replace the existing electricity meter, they put in that place a bi-directional meter. The solar power plant power is connected in parallel to the load. That is, the phase of the solar power plant and the phase of your load are parallelly connected. which is in turn connected to the grid. With this net metering, a special bidirectional meter is connected, providing it measures both electricity you draw from the grid and the excess electricity you export it to the grid. The excess power you send to the grid is credited to your electricity bill. This credit can then be used to offset the cost of electricity you consume at night or on a cloudy days when your solar panels isn't generating enough power. Essentially, the grid acts like a large battery, storing your excess power and returning it to you as a credit. There are some situations where the space on your roof is limited and you have a requirement of more solar power. What you could do is you can connect an additional place which is available either on your ground floor or an attached building or a penthouse. So you'll be installing two structures and augmenting with one plant. In that way you can save on power bills. You install a smaller system you can fit that fits on your available roof space. While it might not cover 100% of your energy needs, it still would significantly reduce your electricity bills. While choosing one of these options, you can make the most of your available space and still benefit from the solar energy. I hope we have discussed on various topics like integrating two floors under one solar power plant. The other one is if two separate power meters are there, you can put two separate solar power plants. And in the first case I told you, irrespective of the loads, any type of load, it can be connected to the solar rooftop system. I hope in this video you have understood clearly on this. If you have further any doubts, please send it in our comment section, your name and address. We will try to solve at your site itself. For further details, please contact Srinivas Rao, Dolphin Coverage Solutions at 98491 21028. Thank you.